Hey y'all, what's good, beautiful people? It's your girl Tay, and I am here yet again with another update video. So definitely make sure you guys smash that like button, comment down below, subscribe, plus push your post notification bell button so that way anytime I upload a video, you will be notified. Oh no, my light's flickering. Okay. Y'all see that, right? The heck? What's going on? Try to fix here. Need some new batteries. Okay, so anyways, you guys, jumping right into things. First of all, happy Monday, you guys. I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. Yesterday was actually my eldest child. She turned 15. Okay, I was so proud. I'm so proud. I'm proud of all of my babies, but you know, that first child, for those of you who are mothers, you already know I have no favorite children, you know what I mean? I don't do the favoritism or anything like that, but you know, you have your unique relationships with all of your different children, okay? And my oldest child, I always tell her, you know, because she was the first, and not to say that my life was headed downhill, because I've pretty much had a good head on my shoulders ever since I was a kid. I don't smoke cigarettes, I don't smoke anything, I don't drink, you know what I mean, that I stay away from bad crowds. I'm still like that pretty much today. I'm just a very weary person, and I really keep my friends and family circle particularly small. But the point of all that is just to say that my daughter, I know that my life is just so much better because she and all of my kids are in it. So we took the time to celebrate her birthday yesterday. And yeah, you know, I'm just still feeling the emotions behind, wow, my child is 15 years old. Okay. 15 years old. But anyways, okay. Getting on, subject here. So we've got quite a few things that we want to talk about. Thankfully, I was a little bit more prepared, even though this video is late. But we're going to talk about some IRS plus-up payments right now. It says the last payment for 2021. As far as I know, this has nothing to do with the child tax credit, okay? So it says the Internal Revenue Service, also known as the IRS, is currently focusing on a stimulus check backlog, which includes the plus-up payments that many Americans were entitled to or are entitled to. This return of funds will signify even more economic aid that will be given out to American citizens before the end of this year. Okay, so there's a guide on here that basically explains what a plus-up payment is and who's eligible for those payments. So I did do quite a few videos on this in the past, but we're just going to do a little bit of a review right now. So it says, in response to the pandemic, of course, our previous president, Donald Trump, plus Joe Biden, our current president, administration sent out stimulus checks to low-income and medium-income families. These checks were sent out in total, and it doesn't seem like a fourth one will be coming from the government, but there are plus-up payments that are designed to get people caught up with the stimulus money. They are due, but that they didn't receive at the time for whatever reason. So basically, people who are supposed to get the stimulus payments, but for whatever the reason may be, you haven't received it. Okay, that's what these payments are for. It says, according to the IRS, the plus-up payments are for people who already received the third economic impact payment based off of your 2019 tax return or information from the Social Security Administration, the RRB or VA, and who may be eligible for a larger amount based on their 2020 tax return. Therefore, if you qualify, then all you have to do is submit your 2020 tax return if you haven't done so already. Okay. So it says these plus-up payments are set to be distributed up until December 31st, 2021. So I highly encourage you guys to check your mail, again, based off of how you filed your taxes. So if you filed using direct deposit, then check your accounts. If you filed in another way, a paper file, then check your mailboxes. Okay, they're sending them out now, and they're going to continue all the way up until the end of this year. Okay, it says given that these payments have typically taken a couple of weeks to be processed, it's worth filing your 2020 tax return as soon as possible in order to qualify. It is also possible to check your plus-up payment status by using the IRS Get My Payment tool. Okay, so that is on the IRS website. There you can click the Get My Payment button and follow the relevant steps to inquire about any stimulus check money you might be owed. Okay, so that's all the information that this article is giving. Now, next order of business. Okay, I just wanted to give you guys this, okay? Not anything that you guys will be, it's not money, it's not financial, but I just wanted to share this story with you. So it says in Northern California, parents knowingly sent a child to school that had the virus, okay? Northern California parents knowingly sent their child that tested positive and a sibling to school last month in violation of isolation and quarantine rules, causing an outbreak at the elementary school. Okay, this is coming from the school officials. The child tested positive for the virus during the week of November 8th, according to the superintendent. Both children continued to attend school the rest of the week and into the following week. The child and their sibling, who later tested positive as well, are students in the district's, I'm not going to say the name of the school, only because people get crazy and I don't want to be sitting, I don't need nobody going to this school trying to protest. I don't need nobody going to these people's houses trying to find them, trying to do some stupidness, okay? The only reason why I'm bringing this out because I have to say these parents are just downright selfish and dumb. I don't give a damn what your circumstance is. I don't care how bad you needed to go to work, whatever the situation is. Sometimes we just got to sit home. It may not be the way we want it to be as parents, but sometimes we just have to sacrifice. And this is one of the main reasons why I am not comfortable with my other children going to school in person, and why the children that are with me will not be going to school in person. I told you guys, my son was going to, what do you call that? It wasn't a preschool, but he was going to an educational facility that catered to children starting at his age. He was very, very, very young when I took him. I think he was either 2 going on 3 or just turned 3. But in that facility, in that institution, almost, I want to say 2-3 times a week when I would go to pick him up, I would get a notice saying that he had been, an exposure notice saying that he had been exposed to lice. He had been exposed to herpes. He had been exposed to something. And this is my thing. I know when my kids are sick. I know when my kids are not feeling good before they say anything, right? Every parent who pays attention knows when their children are sick. So and they had a positive test. So you can't even sit there and deny that you were aware because somebody took them to get the test, right? Why would you send your kids to school and put everybody else's children in danger? That makes no sense. I'm sorry, you guys. If it were me and you give me a notice after school, I definitely need to have a conversation with this parent. I need to speak to them. I need to know what's going on. I'm going to be for real. It's probably ain't going to be much talking, because why would you know what I'm saying? That to me, that's a threat. You're a threat to me. You threaten the life of my child. You know what I'm saying? That's why I wanted to share this with you guys, because again, parents are doing this anyway. Regardless of whether it's the pandemic, it's the virus, they're doing this anyway. They know their kids are sick and they're sending them to school with a fever. They don't care. They have no care in the world for the fact that the next child who gets sick may not come out of that alive. You know what I mean? So that's why I wanted to share this with you guys. Just be aware of everything, okay? Because nobody's going to take care of you and your family better than you can. And in this situation, they're not taking care of their family good, in my opinion, because why would you send them to school? I don't know if they had symptoms. It doesn't say that, but it doesn't matter. Everybody is supposed to isolate and quarantine, and they just decided that they didn't want to follow the rules. It says the parents did not notify the school of the positive test or returned multiple calls from the public health contract tracers. Okay, the parents could face a misdemeanor, which they should, charged for violating this county's health order, under which people who test positive for the virus must isolate themselves for at least 10 days. Okay, and now we've got some jargon going on from some of the officials from the school. Whatever. It says our enforcement team is evaluating the circumstances and will respond accordingly. Okay, thankfully this is the only known occurrence of a household knowingly sending a positive tested child to school. I'm pretty sure there's a heck of a lot more than that. And if you are one of those people who's watching this video that has done that, shame on you. Seriously, shame on you. I don't care what it is. Shame on you. Shame on you. Okay. It says on November the 18th, public health officials contacted the school district after they noticed a discrepancy in records. Okay. We noticed you didn't enter student, and then it says the name. You didn't enter this student's into the database. So I'm assuming based off of how this is written. So once you notify, if the school is notified that your child has tested positive, then it gets entered into a database, okay, that gets transferred, I'm sure, to the CDC or whatever governing body that takes care of that, right? And so that makes it easier for them to basically trace where these people are, who they may have been in contact with, because they have the app, you know what I'm saying, that you can sign up for, put it on your phone to find out if you've come close contact with someone who's tested positive or whatever. So being that the CDC already knew, or whatever governing body again, already knew that these children had tested positive, they were contacting the school to say, why haven't you put them into the database as children who has tested positive? I don't know if that made any sense. It says, the district immediately contacted the families of the students who were exposed and told them to report to the school for rapid testing the next morning. Okay, a total of 8 students tested positive. The original student, their sibling, 3 classmates of theirs who are suspected school-based transmissions, and 3 students who are suspected household transmissions. None of the students experienced serious illnesses. None of the students experienced serious illness or had to be hospitalized. It says about 75 students were exposed to the virus from the 8 cases. The superintendent said no staff members tested positive. They don't know right now whether the student and the sibling had received any doses of the vaccine. It says the district issued a corrective action to the family, but the superintendent then said that he could not discuss what that was. So they're not going to release the information about that. Long story short, you guys, some people sent their kids to school and it's obviously has spread. And yeah, I think we can expect more than that. Because like I said, people don't care. People really don't care. And I'm telling you guys, I'm like this close from elbowing people who stand too close to me at the supermarket. Like there's X's on the floor for a reason. Why are you not standing on your spot? X marks the spot. Get your ass over there. So moving on. Let's see here. Now, there's some talk about a possibility of another stimulus payment in California. Let me say that again. In California, okay? And this is technically not a stimulus payment. Okay, let me go over what this article says. It says, over the past several months, Californians have been getting paid checks ranging from $600 to $1,100. That is the Golden State stimulus check. Okay, these checks have landed in the mailboxes and bank accounts of roughly 2/3 of the state residents, part of a program known as the Golden State Stimulus. You may have thought, as many people initially did, that these payments were a form of relief from the pandemic, but it wasn't. This is actually tax surplus money that they were just giving back because they have to. If they get an overabundance of tax surplus money, then they have to give it back. So this is not money that came from any of the bills that were passed, if that makes any sense. This is money that California received from people paying their taxes. And so they have an overabundance of tax surplus money that now they're going to be possibly redistributing. They don't know yet because obviously they haven't gone through the taxes for this year yet, but they're expecting that the same tax surplus that they had that gave them the ability to give this money back is going to happen again next year. Okay, so it says, but because of an arcane California law, the state was required to send the money out to the people with or without a pandemic. Let me say this again. The Golden State Stimulus doesn't have anything to do with the pandemic funding. It says in 2022, the same law is expected to kick again. That means that in all likelihood, more money is headed our way. Okay, let's see here. And then there's some information about taxes. Why California, wait, hold up. It says why California has so much money. Let me give you all a little bit more information here. It says GAIN proposed implementing a cap on the state's spending. If California's expenditures neared a certain threshold calculated by adjusting 1979 levels for population growth and inflation, the state would have to return funds to taxpayers in the form of a rebate. So the Golden State Stimulus is a rebate check, okay? Voters in 1979 overwhelmingly approved the measure known as the GAIN limit. Later amended the law to allow some of the excess revenue to also go toward funding education. That brings us to today. Millions of Californians have lost work during the pandemic. The state's unemployment rate is tied for the highest in the nation, and a third of the households here do not earn enough money to meet the true cost of living in this pricey state. Definitely true. Okay, but our state government has been ranking in the cash. California has a record $76 billion budget surplus for the current fiscal year and is projecting a $31 billion in excess revenues for the fiscal year that begins in July. Okay. It says nationwide, lower income adults have been hit especially hard by the pandemic, okay, and this economic crunch, while wealthier Americans have been left largely unfazed. That trend holds in California, where we also tax our wealthy at very high rates. No, you don't. You tax your wealthy at high rates? No, you don't. You tax the poor at very high rates. It says what makes the situation unique in California is that we have this inordinate wealth and income inequality. That is exactly true. Okay. I don't think there's much more that you guys can get out of this article. The main thing is that they passed some bills a long time ago. Or passed a bill in 1979 that would allow them to give money back to California's constituents, provided that they, I don't know, follow a certain type of eligibility or whatever, like they did with this particular surplus that people are getting back. So the likelihood that we'll be seeing another rebate payment in California is pretty high. It's not a definite thing, so I don't want you guys to, oh, you're telling, no, it's not a definite thing. This is a possibility, okay? They don't know as of yet. They're projecting that they may have $31 billion in excess for the fiscal year, okay? So now moving on. Whew. Last thing, and then we're going to get to what I know y'all want to hear about. Okay, so it says, with just weeks before Biden's monthly child tax credit runs out, 95 House Democrats urge Senate to pass the Build Back Better plan. Okay. Says that they want to get this. They're warning that the action is necessary to prevent a lapse in monthly child tax credit payments. So I told you guys that in the new bill, they have put out or put it in there that they wanted to continue these payments into 2022. So next year, provided that everything goes through, you'll be able to get your monthly child tax credit advance payments most likely from January to December of next year if you choose to, okay? It says, our members stood united in passing the Build Back Better Act last month, and now it is time for Senate. So House has passed it. We're waiting for the Senate to pass it. The Senate to act before the expanded child tax credit payments expire at the end of December. This is coming from Representative Susan Delbene, chair of the moderate-leaning New Democrat Coalition, okay? She went on to say that American families cannot afford to lose this critical middle-class tax cut, which has cut child poverty in half and helped millions of families afford child care, pay their bills, and put food on the table. I will agree to a certain extent. The remarks come as Senate Majority Leader, Chuck Schumer of New York, issued another statement on Monday. I'm assuming this is Monday of last week, doubling down on approving the $2 trillion Build Back Better legislation by Christmas. The measure will set up universal pre-K for young children, renew the bulked up child tax credit for another year, and combat the climate emergency. All 50 Senate Democrats must basically agree around the package so it clears the 50-50 chamber over a unanimous GOP opposition. Okay, so I'm pretty sure you guys got the gist of that, all right? Schumer said that the Senate parliamentarian is still working to ensure all parts of the bill have an effect on the federal government, so it complies with the party line reconciliation process. Otherwise, some provisions could still be taken out of the bill, okay? So that's where we are right now with the Build Back Better plan. Now, let's come on out of that because I've said a mouthful, all right? Let's check on emergency SNAP maximum benefits. I haven't seen any new additional states that has been approved for pandemic EBT for the current school year. Still the same 6 states. So we have Indiana, Ohio, Michigan, Minnesota, New Mexico, and North Carolina. That is for pandemic EBT for school year 2021 to 2022. Now let's jump into emergency SNAP maximum benefits for the month of December. Okay, doesn't look like anything else has been approved, but I got my paper here, so I am going to run through with y'all. Okay, and wait, why did I flip this over? I need that right here. Okay, so emergency SNAP maximum benefits for the month of December. We have Alabama, December the 30th, Arizona, December the 2nd, Colorado, December the 5th through the 10th, Delaware, December the 17th, DC, regular issuance, Illinois, December the 21st through the 29th, Indiana, we have December the 5th through the 23rd, odd days only, Iowa, December the 1st through the 10th, Kansas, January 15th through the 24th, Kentucky, December the 2nd through the 19th, Maine, December the 10th, Maryland, December the 1st through the 31st, pretty much all month long, Michigan, December 18th through the 27th, and then they catch up the week of January the 10th, Mississippi, December the 2nd, New Hampshire, December the 5th and the 21st, and then January 5th and the 25th. New Jersey, no, that was New Hampshire. New Hampshire, December 5th and 21st, and January, December 5th and 25th. I don't know if I said it backwards, but New Jersey, we have December the 1st through the 5th. New Mexico, we have all month long. North Carolina, December the 22nd through the 31st. Ohio, we have December the 14th. The 14th. The 14th. Hold on, y'all. December the 14th. That was disgusting. Sorry about that. Oregon, December the 10th, 29th, and January 3rd. Pennsylvania, we have December the 16th through the 18th, the 21st through the 24th, the 28th through the 30th, and then a cleanup on February the 4th. Rhode Island, should have gotten them on December the 3rd. South Carolina, December the 1st through the 19th for currently approved households, and then for new applications all month long. Tennessee, December the 1st through the 20th with regular issuance. Texas, it says December the 1st through the 7th, but give it until the end of the month. All benefits should be distributed by December the 31st, okay? Utah, December the 31st. Virginia, December the 16th. West Virginia, December the 2nd, and then a final run January 12th. Wisconsin, December the 18th, and then a catch-up February the 19th, 2022. And then finally, Wyoming, December the 2nd through the 5th, based off of the first initial of your last name. So you should have gotten all of your benefits in Wyoming. There are no other states as of right now. Today, which is Monday, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. All right, you guys. So on that note, as always, I hope this information was in some way helpful or useful to you guys in the very least little bit. Do me a favor, definitely smash that like button down below, because it definitely does help to let YouTube know that you like what I'm doing and you want me to stick around. Okay, you guys, if you haven't already as well, don't forget to subscribe to my new channel, which is Live, Love, Elevate 2. Okay, and I'm going to say as always, live, love, and elevate, and I will definitely see you guys in the next video. Peace, y'all.